Can you tell the story, Anya? Anya, your mom is Russian. She comes from the motherland, the mothership, Russia. Right? I was doing an Andrew Collin there.
Yes.
So she comes from Russia. Your dad met her in Russia.
Yes.
He got her to move to the U.S. and get married. He fell in love.
It was very difficult because it was in the 60s, so nobody was getting out of Russia at the time. It took a year from the moment that they met and decided to marry for him to get her out. Letter writing, and the only 3 people that got out that year, according to my parents, is the daughter of Stalin, my mom, and somebody else.
Wow.
Sounds like
the
rabbi, the priest, and like 3 people, that's it?
You want to know how he proposed?
Yes.
So they met at a party. He looked across.
Oh, going back to the proposal thing, getting on one knee.
Call back.
Call back. Call back to a thing that you probably don't
haven't even watched.
Haven't even watched yet. No, goat it out. Goat it out.
Go to commercial.
Go to commercial. So he looks across the room. He says, I see this beautiful Russian woman that looks like Faye Dunaway. I barely speak Russian. She barely speaks English. We fall in love. I think they banged that night. They were inseparable for 6 weeks. And then my dad's visa ran out. And he was like, normally if we were in the States, I would date you. But we're here and I have to leave and I may never see you again. So here's my class ring. This is a promise ring. And she's like, this doesn't fit. And he's like, well, do your best. And then he goes, do you want what I want? And she was like, I don't understand what you're saying. So they're at a restaurant and he gets a napkin and he makes a Venn diagram, a circle. This is me and this is you.
He was just drawing tits.
But no, they were overlapping tits. And he goes, in this middle part, and he colors it in, he goes, that's us. And my mom's like, hmm? And then he goes, my, which means us in Russian. Not a great language, not a sonorous word.
Yeah.
My. Say it.
Us is
My.
And he goes, do you understand? And she says, yeah. And then she realized, and he goes, I promise you 5 years of my life. If I get you out, 5 years of marriage. But if it doesn't work out, we barely know each other. It's been 6 weeks. After 5 years, let's just agree to go our separate ways if it doesn't work out. And she goes, well, I just decided this is the strangest.
I didn't understand anything he said because it was all in English, and he drew the Venn diagram.
Yeah, I thought he was
I mean, how did he communicate all of that to her?
She kind of got it, like pieces. I think like she sort of understood he wanted to commit. Yeah. And then she goes, I just thought, I told myself I would never be bored with this man. And it worked out. And he got her out a year later, and they've been married for 53 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did he get her out, though?
Letter writing, lots of letter writing. He wrote to the embassy, the government. He wrote
DM'd the...
Gorbachev?
He slid into Gorbachev's DMs.
Gorby!
But when you were a little kid, your mom was like raising children in America, which is totally different than how she saw children being raised in Russia. And so what's something that she did during your childhood that was like...
Well, when I shaved my legs, she slut-shamed me, for one. I don't know. That probably everybody gets that, right? She was just like, why would you... Do you want to have sex with men? I don't understand why. And she was just weeping. And when I wanted to get a bra, I had one boob grow first. A lot of women get that, right? Yeah. And it hurts so much. It's like a little marble in there. And I was just walking around with one boob, and all my friends were like, you have to get a bra. Your tits are, come on, you got to even them out with a training bra.
Get an eye patch.
Yes, like something.
Or an iPad.
And I begged my mom, and it was so embarrassing to even ask her, like, please take me to Mervyn's and get me a, what did he say?
He goes, or an iPad. And it's just like, I locked eyes with Corey, or laughed, like.
Diaphragm.
You can't call back to something that legit wasn't even on camera. Like that's not even gonna be a thing that anyone remembers.
Are you a goat? Are you sad?
Okay.
Are you on a tree?
So you got your...
Are you thinking sad thoughts?
Yeah, I am now.
Are you depressed? Are things not going well? Call this number.
Okay.
Whatever.
So did you get a bra?
I begged for a bra, and she like, again.
But did your mom wear a bra and shave her legs?
Yeah, but she was
Yeah,
like
but she was a
40.
whore.
And whore in Russian means whore.
More.
What other stories? Yeah, she got me a bra finally. Which one?
Baby.
She left me alone as a baby
Yeah.
to go to the movies.
Well, no, remember when the cops came? Because they found a baby.
What?
It was
Oh! So I was a baby in Michigan, and she just regularly in Russia, women put their children out into fresh air
Yeah.
for their health. So my mom was writing her dissertation like 2 floors up from a baby in a basket, a wicker basket, which was me, that she just put on the sidewalk in Ann Arbor, Michigan while it's snowing. So she's
It's
like,
snowing.
but the way I heard this story was, can you believe Americans? They're so strange. I was writing my dissertation, and I looked outside at my beautiful child, and she was surrounded by the police and all these neighbors, and all these people were worried about you. I'm like, was I in the backyard of your home? She's like, no, an apartment complex on the street. I'm like, just on a street? She's like, yes, for fresh air, for the snow, for your health. So the police came and
That's like Spartans send off their kids
into the
into the woods to fight.
I thought this story was crazy for so long, right?
It is
Like I was
crazy.
just like, this cannot be.
Yes,
and
but an
Anya
article just came out.
Sends me
Oh, about how Russians
this.
put their baby in the wild.
So there's an Instagram account called History Cool Kids, and she sends me this picture of a bunch of babies in the Russian snow in a bassinet. There's one of them if you zoom in.
They're all bundled up in the
They're
snow.
all bundled up. There's rows of them in the snow. And the caption to this Russian picture says, it says, if you zoom in on the caption, it says, a bunch of baby whores sleep outside. It says, and I want you to read this in your mother's voice because it's so cute.
You know that language? You know those letters?
No, it's
Oh,
translated.
Okay.
Do you see it translated?
Хорошо спится мальчик. I can't read this.
No, but it says it's translated underneath. I
sorry.
just wanted to do in your
I had
mom's
to read in Russian.
English
I'm like,
accent.
this
I'm
is
sorry.
hard. The babies sleep well outside, or alternatively, it is good for babies to sleep outside when it's just a bit freezing. Daycare Center number 155 in Dzerzhinsky district of Moscow.
I mean, I couldn't because that story never
Yeah, it's
tracked for me.
normal.
I was like, there's
Yeah.
no way that she just wanted to leave you outside. That's not a Russian
Or she
thing.
forgot her outside.
Yeah.
Oh, my friend just had a baby, and her Russian mom was like with her at the doctor's office, and she's like, "Doctor, how many hours per day does the baby need to be outside?" And the doctor's like, 0. She's like, "No, how many hours per day for the health?" And he's like, "No hours per day."
I just feel like it was a way for Russian husbands to have their wives leave the house. It's like, oh, I think the baby needs to be gone for a while.
It's good for
Can
their
you find
health.
Yeah,
a
it's good for their
snowy
health.
bank?
So I can
But
bang
how
my mistress.
amazing would it be to open up a daycare center in Russia in the winter?
You don't
I
need
think
a
I'm going to
roof.
winter in Russia
don't need
and just
walls.
leave the babies outside.
Yep.
Go inside.
Write a dissertation.
Have some hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Get your PhD.
Thank you so much for watching that clip that you just watched. Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. If you did, thumbs up it. Why don't you subscribe? Why don't you just keep watching more videos? Let them play. Share with your friends. Go share on your Instagram story. Go, just have a great day.